regarding Dhupana. In Graha Chikitsa, which herbs are burned to clear negativity? The gist of the question is like Dhupana with which herbs clears off the negative feelings. In Ayurveda, also the Homa therapy is a part of it and prescribed in many of the disorders. And also fumigation with neem, vidanga, etc. have also been explained. So, which are the herbs, at least to have some positive energy, which are the herbs can be used as Dhupana, sir?
See, first of all, that negative energy and positive energy is somewhat due to the influence of our mind and the way we think and the combinations we have made while creating an atmosphere. For that reason only, for example, while constructing a house, they made one science called as Vastu Shastra, depending upon the horoscope of a person who is a Yajamana or the main person of the family who is constructing the house. Then they'll give which direction what should be there. This is good for them. So based on the astrological constitutions. So this is a way we need to understand this particularly. But Rakshogna Dravya, there's one concept in Ayurveda. It is being used in anatomy as well as in Shalyagara, that is operation theater, in order to ward off the microorganisms. And once again, see, if I feel I have a sacredness towards the cow, then cow ghee, and regarding the Navagrahas as well as Ashwata, Khadira, Palasha, and something called Samittu, what we use it in Yajna. These things, if you feel good about that and we give credit to them and we respect them and feel them as a sacred one, and if it is put into fire and Homa has created and Mantrochara, there is a typical vibrations are there with while using the mantras, and then such surroundings will have a positive vibes. So that we need to, that also depends upon our mentality and our understanding of these ancient sciences and their science behind them. So that is very typical one. Just because by there is some negativity and I burn some dravya there and it will going to be no. Simply doing that type of burning some dravya or herbs in that place may act as rakshogna, and if you feel that is giving you calmness, then automatically negativity is gone. So the negativity is associated with the way we feel the things and way we feel understand the things. So it should be a very typical manner that there are certain drugs which have a capacity to, when it is subjected for burning, the fumes spread out of that will definitely clear the microorganism load in that atmosphere, and definitely it becomes a good for atmosphere for the condition to do operations and live in there. So that is the reason we need to understand that are having certain plants in a home, that is also one of the positivity. For example, having a tulsi plant in front of the house is also an auspicious one and gives a positive vibrations. So like that, there are certain issues are there with, and while doing Dupana, even Shankapushpi Dupana is also expected and it is a very good one. And even Vidanga, Guggulu, Haridra, all these are very good, and even all those that is Panchavalkala Dravyas, Palasha, Kadira, and these type of drugs will definitely give positive vibrations by clearing the atmosphere as a Rakshogna Dravya. And you have a feeling towards this that if I do this one, then the things will get into normalcy. Then that positivity will definitely kill the negative vibes around you, and of course things will be settled down.
Tarakas, Rakshogna set of herbs in that Vata, Kusta, Sasuvelapa, Vacha, Chorus Calamus, Shomaka, Hingu Asafetida, Sashapa, Mustard, Atasi, linseed, Lakshuna, garlic, and Kanakanika are also there. This is explaining the context of Sutika Paricharya.
Yes, Sutikagara and Shalyagara is something like that, where see, Sutikagara is a newly delivered woman, Purpurium, and there is a young child, and both are having a low immunity because of the things happen, and that's why they are prone for infections and causing the diseases. That's why the Rakshogna Dravyas are required in those places. And when you do operations, the atmosphere of the operation room should be free from pathogens. So that's the reason we go for a Rakshogna Karma. And typically in the modern medicine, the operation theatre, that is the reason they go for fumigation. That is a natural process.
Yeah, and also in the COVID times, this fumigation became very useful to keep the hospitals neat and clean.
Even hospitals and the houses, the people used Aparajita or Shankapushpi for these purposes. Shankapushpi Dhupana was done, and even it is prescribed, particularly in the part of Kerala, they promoted much this type of things.